Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ultimate Career, where we're taking ourselves from zero to hero. Today's episode we have the 2011 Chinese Grand Prix. Last time out, if you missed it in Malaysia, we finished in 7th place, so a pretty respectable finish in the end. So both races to start this season in the points, so it's been a really good start for us with our new team, obviously in Sauber. Alonso got his first points last time out, a first win of the season, so he's bounced back from his poor performance in Australia. And Lewis Hamilton is the one who leads the way, 16 points ahead of Michael Schumacher, and then it's Alonso in third. So I'm not quite sure what year this is, doesn't quite feel like 2011, but we'll take it either way. We're sat in 4th place on 20 points, so yeah, we're going to be looking to continue on this good run of form in Shanghai. It's going to be tough, not sure what the weather's going to be like, but yeah, there's nothing else but to head to qualifying. Not quite like clockwork as I had hoped, but giving Kamui a bit of a tow down the straight, hopefully to help him actually get into Q2 this weekend. Let's see where he ends up. Obviously Sam Bird provisional pole so far, but Kamui should be going quicker. Very nice. First position. Okay, I think I've started a little bit too close to him on this lap. That's my own fault. I'm going to have to try and dive down his inside. No. Okay, fair enough, mate. You've made your point. I'll get out of the way. I can't really blame him. I think that's really my fault. But hopefully that'll be enough to see Kamui through. Oh god, don't crash into your teammate. It's the #1 rule in this sport. As finally Kamui gets out of the way. But I think I'm going to have to go again. We got the fuel for it though, so it's okay for now. Oh, look at that. Just 2 tenths off my teammate at the moment. 1 and 2 though for Sauber. Okay, don't run off the track. Yeah, lovely. Lovely to see. Obviously none of the big boys have set a lap so far, so probably won't finish P1 and P2. But it's been good so far. Hopefully Kamui and I can get through with no worries.
Great job, we're through to qualifying 2.
By the skin of our teeth, it looks like 16th place in the end. I didn't go out for another lap, just simmed straight to the end. But yeah, everyone else finding quite a lot of time, except for Daniel Ricciardo, who has been knocked out in Q1, sadly for him. And yeah, I assume the rest of the usual suspects are out as well. Forsey keeping his seat, actually, for this Grand Prix too, so well done to him. But yeah, he's down in 22nd place. And Danny Kloss at the back of the grid. But we're still in this. Let's head to Q2. Right, coming towards the end of our first flying lap here in Q2. We're about on the cusp of where Hulkenberg is at the top of the 132s. What's it going to be? Nice. Oh, 131.8, and with only a minute to go, and Kubica kind of not impeding. Yeah, he is kind of impeding actually. I don't think we're going to get a faster lap now as we head up into P7, and this should be... Yeah, only 1 minute to go, so this should be our 3rd entry into Q3 this season. Very nice. Obviously continuing on our electric qualifying form from last season. It's definitely where we're stronger, and we've seen so far that we can actually move forward in these races. So it's all looking pretty rosy at the moment for us.
Great job, we're through to the shootout.
Very nice indeed. P7, yep, that was more than enough to get into Q3. Look at that, Pastor Maldonado into Q3. Well done to him. Let's see who's setting the pace. It's Mark Webber by almost 3 tenths ahead of Fernando Alonso. Lewis Hamilton, the championship leader, is down in 4th, but it doesn't matter what happens in Q2, it's what happens in Q3 that matters, so he'll be looking to bounce back. Anyway, let's see who's been knocked out. Nico Hulkenberg just missing out to Felipe Massa by under a tenth. Michael Schumacher, though, down in 12th. My teammate, 15th. Petrol 14th, and Karun Chandok rounding us up in 17th. Alright, it's time for Q3, let's go. Alright, we've waited right to the end of Q3. We've only got just over a minute to go, and this is our one and only chance to get a lap on the books. Jenson Button on provisional pole so far. We've got Alonso and Vettel down in 8th and 9th, so not sure where their pace has gone in this session, where it matters most. Anyway, let's see how we're doing as we cross the beam for the first sector. We're going purple. We're going purple. However, the first sector is probably where I'm at my strongest and where the car is at its best, so still got a long way to go in this lap. We'll see what we can do by the end. Oh, that's a lock-up. That's not good. Losing 3/10 through the middle sector. That's where the downfall of the car is really, but nothing to do but just to go in a straight line here, dump as much curves as we can. So leaving a little bit for the last straight. Yeah, maxing out down here. Gear ratio is a little bit short. Get it down into this hairpin. It's kind of fast in, slow out. Bit of the opposite of what you want. We've got one more corner to navigate. Don't cut it. Don't spin. Run to the line. What's it going to be? It's third place.
We're third on the grid tomorrow. That puts us in a good position for the race.
Third place. What a lap. Pulling it out right where it mattered in Q3. That's my best lap by far all weekend. P3, the second quickest Brit on the field, on the grid, sorry. And yeah, very, very happy with that. Our best qualifying so far this season. But Jenson Button, he's the one who ended up in pole position. Felipe Massa in second place. Those two in a little bit of a league of their own at the front there on the front row. So should be a straight battle for the win between those two tomorrow. Anyway, let's see what we can do from third place. Lewis Hamilton alongside me in fourth. Kubica, well done to him to get ahead of Mark Webber. Rosberg 7th. Maldonado 8th. Very respectable in that Williams, and he's looking for his first points of his career. And Fernando Alonso and Sebastian Vettel down in 9th and 10th. So, and Vettel actually over 2 seconds off the pace. So pretty horrible session for him, and he's just not having a great season so far. He's actually last out of everyone in the standings, even behind Forsey, who's only had one race in his career. So yeah, it's not looking good for Vettel. Let's see if he can actually get on the scoreboard tomorrow though. And completely dry race, 50%. Very excited to see what happens. I'll see you guys in the garage. Alright then everyone, it is time for the Chinese Grand Prix. 28 laps ahead of us here. It's going to be a long one. It's definitely going to be a long one, but starting in P3 should definitely help. Let's have a quick look at the race strategy. Yeah, it's looking like the normal strategy on this game. Starting on options, obviously if you start in the top 10, then going on to primes at lap 7ish. But the tyre wear is quite drastic in China, so could be a little bit earlier than that. And then yeah, lap 17 for primes again to finish the race. Yeah, pretty standard. Starting on 93% tyres, it's okay. It's better than usual. But yeah, we've all seen the grid. There's nothing else to do but to get underway here in Shanghai. Let's go. Still nothing to say to us, Andy. Alright, fair enough. Giving us the silent treatment, even though we've got the Sauber in the top 3. It's lights out, and away we go finally. There's Button ahead, has actually got a pretty drab start, but so did Massa, so he couldn't take advantage of that. Button, God, got to keep it clean into this first Snell section. Oh God, don't run off, don't run off. Got Massa on the inside, and I think we've got him here. Up into P2, thank you very much. Button going very slowly, but don't really have the grip to make a move. Anyway, P2, thank you very much. I did a test race here, and there was a gargantuan crash at this corner, so hopefully it doesn't happen again. Looks pretty clean so far. All good. I think everyone's got through that first sector unscathed, so well done to the AI. I've tweaked the realistic damage again for this weekend. It was a bit too strong, in Australia, but then it wasn't strong enough for my liking in Malaysia. So I've tried to find a little bit of a middle ground here, so we'll see how that affects the race as it goes on. But yeah, P2 for now, got ahead of Massa, and already starting to create a little bit of a gap to the guys behind, so it's looking very rosy for us right now. Well, it looks like Hamilton's made a move past Massa for that last podium spot, so again 1, 2, 3 for British drivers like we saw in Italy last season as we crossed the line for... Okay, we can use DRS, but we're not within DRS range of Button at the moment. He's very, very strong at the start of the race. But yeah, like I was saying, still P2, kind of not quite keeping up with Button, to be honest. He's got a lot of pace at this stage, and it looks like McLaren just as a whole have a lot of pace this weekend as Hamilton up into third, and is surely going to drive up towards me now. Here we go, I think Hamilton's going to pass me here. I don't have any curves to defend with, and yeah, that's going to be pretty easy. How am I going to use DRS? Oh god, Hamilton very slow into the hairpin, nearly slamming into the back of him. And that was very close. Anyway, yeah, down to P3, Hamilton very fast. And these tyres are actually feeling pretty poo at the moment. Without using any expletives, yeah, they actually feel worse than they look on the MFD there, so... Yes, Lewis sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, not surprised, he's been very fast. Yep, thank you Andy for repeating me, there must be a parrot in the garage. Anyway, lap 5, my pit stop is lap 7, but I think I'm actually going to come in next lap. Because, yeah, I can't see these tyres lasting until lap 7, to be honest. And I just want to get on to a new set of primes.
Okay, the pits are clear. You should consider pitting soon.
Yeah, I'm going to come into the pits this lap. Andy reading my mind there. It's lap 6 now, and yeah, in a bit of a no man's land between Hamilton and Webber. Hamilton's just driving away from us at the moment, but luckily Webber is not really catching us up. So we got a pretty safe P3 here. Where's it going to say we're going to rejoin? 19th after this stop. But we've got a lot of fuel to play with, so we're going to be very quick once we come in for our pit stop. I think Hamilton's posturing to come in ahead of us, so he's decided the same as us to come in a little bit earlier than expected. So let's get these tyres off and go on to a set of primes. Yeah, I think Webber behind is also coming in though. I think it's Vettel actually coming in for his first pit stop, and Alonso looks like too. Yeah, we're not going to get out ahead of Hamilton here, are we? Where are we going to re-emerge out on track? It did say 19th, but it's going to be close. It's going to be close with close. Oh god, running out wide. D'Ambrosio's up my inside. Yeah. Cold tyres affecting us there. Oh god, been passed by D'Ambrosio and close, which isn't good.
They're getting ready to receive someone in the Lotus garage. Looks like Trulli will be stopping within the next few laps.
Okay, we don't need to worry about Trulli because we're not exactly racing him unless we might be. God, we've got no speed on these cold prime tyres. We need to stay ahead of Trulli here. I think I need to put it up into rich mix now. Probably shouldn't have done that mid-corner, but we move. Anyway, P19. Got a bit of traffic here, but Hamilton also has a bit of traffic, so this might actually play into Webber's hands, who has stayed out an extra lap. That's a good move from D'Ambrosio up ahead. He's got ahead of close in the HRT, so it looks like there's good racing from the AI this weekend. It's kind of a shame that we're kind of in the middle of nowhere on trackers here. A lot of people into the pits now, including my teammate, where we're going to rejoin ahead of Webber. Good, up to P8 now. Got Bruno Senna up ahead still, so he's staying out longer than scheduled. Hopefully he's not on a one stop, otherwise, well, I mean, hopefully for us he's not on a one stop. Be good for him if they can make the one stop work like they did in Australia with Close, where he obviously scored 4 points unbelievably. The car is slowly coming towards us now. Well, huge gap sorry, back to Trulli, who's got Webber behind him, so that's really good for us actually. So Webber's going to get held up behind the Lotus for about a lap or so. But we need to catch up to Senna here and get through this traffic as swiftly as possible. Keen, those guys up ahead that come into the pits. Chandok, Al-Ghashwari. And there's some other people in. Hamilton going slowly. Horrible run out of the last corner. Oh God, side by side into the snail section. Oh God, don't get any damage here. Thank you very much. A 1:34.6, good enough for fastest lap. And Hamilton, I don't know what happened to him. In that last corner must have been, I don't know, checked up a little bit behind Al-Ghashwari, but we rejoin now. It's P3. We're all over Hamilton here. We got a lot of speed on these tyres, and obviously stood in rich mix. So yeah, we got good speed at the moment. Let's try and make the most of it.
Dropping a second a lap to the car behind. 1 second.
Yep, you join us as we head into the second half of this race. Hamilton has completely dropped us. Our tyres just completely dropping off the cliff at the moment, and Mark Webber is right behind us and challenging us for this last place on the podium. So it's not looking good at the moment. Hopefully we'll have a bit more of a stout defence.
Up your pace, the car behind catching you.
Yep, I've been able to see that. Thank you very much, Andy. But yeah, we'll hopefully be teeing up a bigger fight against Webber than we could against Hamilton down the straight. But yeah, I think it's a matter of time really until Webber passes us. He's been catching us ever since we came out of the pits. But yeah, still P3 for now. Only 2 laps away from our pit stop. And yeah, these primes have been performing better than the option, but still the tyre wear in this game has been really drastic. So yeah, it doesn't look great for the rest of the season, but we don't need to worry about that now. We just need to worry about getting to this pit stop and keeping this Red Bull behind us. As here he comes. I don't think he's close enough this lap, but he'll be aiming to get a bit closer for next lap.
Remember to pit this lap.
Oh God, there we go. There comes the mistake. Webber's through on the inside.
Picked up some marbles. Expect reduced grip until you can wear them off.
Yeah.
On the racing line.
Thanks, Andy. You've been acting like Captain Obvious today. But can we go down? Background Webber, we got the DRS, but we're maxing out. We don't quite have the top speed on him, and he's going to stay ahead for now. Oh God, come on Webber, get through. Yeah, oh my God, tyre's just wanting to spin out. Car just wants to be in the wall, and I want to be in the pits as we come in for our second stop. So annoying. We were so close to our pit stop and then made that mistake. But yeah, I was just trying to hold on to those tyres, but yeah, it just wasn't going to happen for us. Anyway, we can get them off now, and hopefully the boys can give us a good stop. Let's see where we're going to rejoin. It did say between 7th and 10th, so that should be good for us. And should...
Watch out for traffic as you rejoin the track.
Don't hit Petrov, don't hit Petrov, he's right there. Whoa, that was close. Not great camera work for me, sorry about that. Yep, that's the pit strategy complete now, but we are still in the points, so points should be guaranteed now as long as we can keep it out of the wall and facing the right way. So yeah, P8, obviously got the likes of Petrov and Maldonado ahead of us yet to pit, so should rejoin right next to Webber, who's stayed out. And we've seen so far that the undercut has been quite strong, so whilst I remember trying to do like 3 things at once, put it into rich mix and we'll try and get Webber back. And what's going to help us here is if we can get into the DRS of Petrov. We don't necessarily need to pass him, but we just need to get into his DRS so he can tow us along a little bit down the straight. But we just saw that our top speed isn't fantastic today, so I'm probably not looking to overtake him, unlike going against what Andy wants. But
you're faster than the car ahead in sector 3. Try to pass him.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. He's on old, horrible prime tyres. The car sparking up ahead. Lovely to see that in this game. But I'm pretty sure that he's going to peel off into the pits ahead of us, and we should be seeing Webber as there he goes. A little bit of a squiggle on entry, but he's in safely. Let's see where Webber is.
The car ahead has just fitted prime
It's going to be close. Actually, no, it's not going to be close. Webber's managed to maintain P3 quite easily, actually. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a struggle to get past him. And P4 might be what we get today, with the podium eluding us so far this season. But race isn't over. Still got about 10 laps to go. Oh, here we go. We got a run on Webber here. We're in his slipstream. You're trying to pass him right now, Andy, and you keep on talking. Can we go around the outside? Oh dear. Yeah, going to run out of road there quite easily, and Webber manages to stay ahead. So good for him. There, we're looking quick at the moment. We need to use these tyres whilst we've got them, because we set a personal lap record for this race, which is good. Yeah, Hamilton's
just posted the fastest lap of the race.
Thank you, Andy. Yep, Hamilton very quick at this moment. He's trying to catch up to Jensen, who's in the lead of this race, still from pole position, but let's not focus on them. Webber's right there. Podium is right there. Just missing out on DRS this lap. I've had to come down to standard fuel mix again, as we don't really have a lot of fuel left. So yeah, this might be all she wrote in this battle. Webber's done enough to stay ahead, and yeah, I might, if I can't stay in DRS next lap, I might just look towards consolidating this P4 as Hamilton. Wow, up into the 133s now, and he's on a charge to catch his teammate. He's got the time to do it, so it's not impossible.
With 5 seconds behind Webber.
Yeah, you guys join me on the last lap of this Chinese Grand Prix. It's been not one to remember maybe for the neutral, but for us, P4, it's going to be so good to bring home this massive haul of points once again for the team. But it's just so close to the podium yet again. Yeah, I think Button is about to win this race. Hamilton was catching him, but then Button started to respond by posting his own fastest laps of the race. So yeah, massive dominance from McLaren today, but less about them, more about us. P4, we've been dropped by Webber all race long, but Vettel has had nothing for us really, trying to catch us up. We've managed to maintain the gap back to him, which is good. It's been about 10 seconds, I say that though. Come on, don't get complacent. The finish line is just there as Jensen Button takes the checker flag for his first win of the season. Well done to him, and well done to us as well. P4, nice one.
Congratulations, that's a well-deserved fourth.
Thank you very much, Andy. Nice congratulations from the team. Thank you very much. P4 in the end, another 12 points for us to add to our tally for the season. No fastest lap though, as Jensen Button takes that today. He's deserved it this race weekend. Well done to him. McLaren 1-2. So they're going to go even further ahead in the constructors standings. Anyway, Mark Webber rounds out the podium for him. Well done. His first podium of the season. I think actually Red Bull's first podium of the season, which is just shocking. Yep, us P4, P5 for Sebastian Vettel. That's his first points haul of the season. Fernando Alonso up in 6th place ahead of his teammate Felipe Massa. What could have been for him today, starting from P2. A little bit disappointing. Nico Rosberg up in 8th ahead of his teammate Michael Schumacher, and Pastor Maldonado, for the first time in his career, is in the points. Well done to him. He finished just ahead of Petrov. And it's Danny Rick up from 18th to 12th. Well done to him. My teammate 13th in the end. Yeah, pretty bog standard really. I'm going to be what? We're trying to calculate. 31 points ahead of him already after 3 races. So that's not great. Not great for him. Robert Kubica down in P14. Not quite sure what happened to him. Starting in P5 and just completely fell off the cliff, it looks like. Not quite sure what happened to him. Anyway, P15 for Nico Hulkenberg today. Vitantonio Liuzzi down in 16th. Really poor weekend again for Force India, as they have still not scored any points this season. Bruno Senna, the first of the quote-unquote back markers up in 17th, well done to him. Jarno Trulli in 18th, Forzi in 19th, just behind his teammate D'Ambrosio 20th, Danny Close 21st, and Sam Bird, who I think did a 3-stop for some reason, is 22nd and last. And we have 2 DNFers today, Jaime Alguersuari and Karun Chandok, both DNFing from what I presume was from damage. So the realistic damage working, but not in their favour. Anyway, those are the results for the 2011 Chinese Grand Prix. Let's take a look at the standings. Well, there we go. Driver's standings. Lewis Hamilton leads by a whole race victory ahead of his teammate Jenson Button, who's climbed up 5 places to get into second. So well done to him. Alonso in third, right behind Button, and we're right behind Alonso now. We're on 32 points. Yeah, we're in dreamland at the moment. Had such a good start to this season, and how long can we keep this up? A lot of movement up and down in the midfield. Sebastian Vettel, with his first points haul of the season, moves up to 11th place, but just behind Petrov in the top 10 due to the countback. Up into 17th, and that makes us with 17 drivers scoring points in these first 3 races. It's just eluded the Force Indias at the moment. They haven't scored a point yet. Jaime Alguersuari 2 16ths and a DNF. And look away now if you're a Lotus fan. Heikki Kovalainen 23rd, Trulli 24th, and Forzi 25th. Yeah, all 3 of their drivers right at the bottom of the standings. The Constructors is also a bit of a one-horse race at the moment. McLaren on 97 points, 3 away from 100 already, and 40 ahead of Ferrari, who are in second place. Mercedes still in third, with Red Bull climbing up 2 places and very close to gaining 3 places, 2 points behind Mercedes. Then it's us in 5th. We've jumped through Renault, who have lost 2 places down to 6th. In the second half of the Constructors standings, it's all very close. Marussia still leading the way after Sam Bird 7th in Australia. But yeah, it's going to be very close all season between those 6 teams. And yeah, Force India and Lotus still yet to score points. Yep, the Chinese Grand Prix was a clean sweep for Jenson Button, winning as long... Well, it's a good day to be Jenson Button, a clean sweep for him in all regards this weekend. Driver of the day and fastest lap too. Very dominant weekend for him, and he'll be looking to bridge the gap up to his teammate in first in the driver's standings. But next time we have the Turkish Grand Prix. Obviously, the Bahrain Grand Prix got cancelled in real life in 2011, so it's not on the calendar. So we head to Istanbul for the 4th race of the season. If you did enjoy that race, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to continue on this journey with us through the 2011 season. Can we keep up this red hot form? We'll have to find out next time in Turkey. I'll see you there. Take care.